picture? Brilliant. Who forms most of the right border of the heart? What chamber is doing that, ladies and gentlemen? Brilliant. It is the right atrium. Excellent. I'm very impressed. So you need to know this, ladies and gentlemen. Very important. What has happened here? Who's choking this guy? Excellent. It is coarctation of the aorta. Because ligamentum arteriosum is choking it, and my patient presents with what? Isolated high blood pressure in the upper extremities and in the head and neck. And they can have a stroke. Typically happens in a person who's in their 20s, mid-20s, late 20s or late teens. Why? Because this ligament does not undergo development as the aorta undergoes development, and they complain of splitting headaches. So this is what? A ligamentum arteriosum that unfortunately leads to coarctation of the aorta.
Can
you point that out on the slide?
It's a little. Oh, it's right on the border.
Anybody else?
Yes.
It's constricted.
Yeah, it's choked. Somebody's choking this guy. It's like they say the worst thing that can happen to your existence is if you have an ex with whom you are sharing children. If they want, they could be like the coarctation of the aorta. They could choke you, make you unhappy. You have to have visitation of the kiddies and they say something terrible to you. So you know your day is spoiled. So better have a good relationship with a monkey if you have an ex or something like that. Let me show you a simpler picture here. If I show you this picture instead in the exam, and I tell you who's choking this guy?
Ligamentary arteriole.
Excellent. Ligamentum arteriosum. And this is coarctation of the aorta. Typically young patient comes with splitting headaches. And when you take their blood pressure, it's 220 over 180. And if you don't take them seriously, they could have a stroke. Happens most commonly if somebody has Turner syndrome or some other issues. And when you do the X-ray, you see rib notching. So that's, ladies and gentlemen, what? Coarctation of the aorta. Okay, now this is internal structure of the heart. What are these muscles that I learned with you that control the mechanism of the atrioventricular valves? What are they called? Excellent, papillary muscles.
Where are they? Those are. Okay.
In the ventricles only, boss. So these are what? Pectinate muscles. What are these cords called? Brilliant! Chordae tendineae. Excellent. Chordae tendineae. And what are these things called? Cusps. So what is this? Papillary muscles. I'm exactly using this picture in the exam, but it will be in the form of a twisty treat. So papillary muscles.
So the 40 modus,
My dear, I've given you this entirely in your USB. You have this with you. And what are these that are making the, let me take off this light so that you have better visibility. So this is what makes the surface of the ventricles irregular. And these are called what? Trabeculae carneae. Prevent suction effect. That's why if somebody has a heart attack and all three walls of the heart die, you put them on anticoagulants for the rest of their life. Because then the film of blood will stand and it can clot. And these are like those can of worms that you only find in the atria. The counterpart of the trabeculae carneae is found in the atria called pectinate muscles. They do exactly the same function. Prevent suction effect.
Look like worms.
Absolutely. So now tell me, what are these little cords called? Cordae tendineae. So you need to have a very good grip on this. What will these be called? Excellent. These are the cusps. Very, very good. And these cusps do not have any cords. They have no papillary muscles. So what are they likely to be? Either the aortic or the pulmonary semilunar valve.
Either or, not one or the other.
It could be because, either or. Any one of them. If you write pulmonary semilunar valve, that's right. If you write aortic semilunar valve, that's right. That's perfectly fine. Because they only have what? Cusps. As you've just seen in your models. Is that alright? This is the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. See, I told you it was like Toys R Us. It's so simple. If you study a lot. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, this parogram is also in your exam. So there will be some lollipop questions because you prepared it very well in the last exam. So these will be there, and so will be the cut section of the larynx. This one. What is this? Epiglottis. Excellent. What is this? Brilliant. Glottis. Excellent. What is it made up of?
Nothing.
Nothing. Brilliant. Brilliant. Vestibular folds. Brilliant. Arytenoid cartilage. And you will comment on the heart size later. I will seek your expert opinion. Okay? And this is the right border of the heart, mostly formed by what chamber? Right atrium. Excellent. Coarctation of the aorta. Papillary muscles. Trabeculae carneae. Pectinate muscles found only in the atria. Cordae tendineae. Cusp of the valve. Semilunar valve. These are the only pictures that will be in the exam. Now please ensure that you do know you can identify the pharynx here. Make sure you can differentiate between the nasopharynx The oropharynx and laryngopharynx. These will be freebies
On that arm,
on this guy here. Okay, that's why I'm holding him in my hand. Otherwise, I won't torture you with this guy.
It's up there.
Yeah, it's up there. You are very brilliant. That's very good. Behind the nose is what? Nasopharynx. Very good. Behind the mouth? And behind the upper throat? You guys are so intelligent. And I get impressed every moment as I interact with you. That's wonderful. So this is what's going to be there, ladies and gentlemen. So please, if you want to enjoy these models more, ask me any questions. We can bring deep into the fountain of knowledge. There's no problem. And otherwise, if you want to sign it right, you're most welcome.